Kennedy, Mark Levin, and Michael Savage. Hot Talk 99.5 WRNN Sockastee, Myrtle Beach.
All right, welcome back to the NoBull Money Hour show with Sid and Julie. Before we get into the next thing, I would like to say a little shout out to all of those people last week after our show that emailed in.
Yes.
And the guy, I believe it was a gentleman, that emailed from the boardwalk.
Yes.
That was pretty impressive and really lifted our spirits up.
Yeah,
and,
thank you very
we
much
appreciate
for that.
everybody that chimed in and wished us good luck and said they enjoyed the show. So keep those coming. But we thank everybody.
We appreciate it very much.
Yep. So what's next?
So we're going to talk about some passive income ideas that you can do from home. So you can't really earn residual income without being willing to provide at least one of these two.
So we're going to talk more about staying home
Yes.
and earning some type of residual income,
Yes.
right? So
This might be more up people's alleys than actually
than
going out.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to go out to work, especially in Myrtle Beach traffic.
Yeah,
You got to time that stuff right, especially if you're living on a 501 or 17 more south. Once you get past what is that?
Myrtle's
Past
Inlet
not Pearl's Inlet, but the mall.
Oh.
Market Commons, Federal
Yeah, yeah.
Parkway. Once you get past down there, it starts to get a little hectic again.
Yes, it does.
So maybe these ones here will fit in for those people that want to stay home
Mhm.
and do some things. Now, remember what Julie just said is it's really, you got to have some type of upfront monetary investment or upfront time investment.
Right.
Right,
You
little
got to be
sweat.
willing to do one of the two.
A little sweat equity.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So,
So
let's get started with them.
Yeah. Some of the income ideas requiring an upfront monetary investment are dividend stocks, peer-to-peer lending, and that doesn't mean your friends or family. That's just a tidbit. Rental properties and CD ladders.
Correct. No loaning money. First of all, you don't loan money to family. You let them borrow the money, and if you're lucky enough they pay you back, then be happy about it.
Yeah, it's
But
not even borrow.
Yeah, just give it to them.
give
And
it
if
to
they
'em
pay
if
you
you can
back,
give
be
it to
happy
'em.
about it. Otherwise, the Easter dinner might be a little rough. So now dividend stocks. So I told you we're not going to talk a whole lot about Wall Street stock market, and we're
Right.
not going to be stock people, because we're not.
Right,
But
no.
here's what you could do. So you could take, we're just going to throw out some numbers. So let's say you take $10,000, you have an extra $10,000 or $5,000 or even $2,000 really. What you could do is set up your own trading account. So with somebody like maybe Scotch Trade or TD Ameritrade, or it has to be an online broker. You don't want to use the one that you're using for your retirement funds,
Right.
because they're usually too expensive. So you want to use somebody that's online that has very low overhead. And what you might want to do then is pick out good dividend stocks, and then look at my crystal ball is broken. I'm not a stock person at all, so don't these stocks I'm about to mention, they're just to give you an idea of what to look for. So your big stocks like Verizon or AT&T, those guys pay, I believe it's near 5 or 6% dividend return. So what you do is you start your account, you pick maybe 3 or 4 stocks depending on how much money you have, and then buy them for their dividends, right?
Right.
And it's a totally separate account from your retirement
Your
funds,
retirement money,
right?
yes, yeah.
And you're not too worried about the stock going up and down, so don't worry about that so much, because as long as you don't sell it, you don't lose. Right? You don't permanently lose.
Correct.
So, but if you put in that money every quarter, they're going to send you a check,
Yes.
right? So it's kind of an easy way.
And that's what you want them to do, is send you the
Yeah, you don't want them to
dividend
roll
check.
it back over
Okay.
into the stocks to buy more. What you want to do is have them actually send you the check, wire it right to whatever bank account you set up. That's
Okay.
really the easy way to go.
Okay.
And if you don't know what stocks, and you're going, yes, Sid, like I know how to pick stocks. Well, I don't either, but we use TD Ameritrade.
TD
So
Ameritrade.
what I do is I just call them up and I said, hey guys, if I wanted to buy 4 stocks paying dividends of at least 4, 5, or 6% that have had paid those dividends for 20 plus years, right? What would you recommend?
Yeah, they have the equipment.
And they have all the
technology
they have
to
all the information. They're going to
do
know it right
search.
off the top of their head. Really,
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
they're going to do. And so that's the way to do that. Now, peer-to-peer lending. basically, as the lender, you have the ability to choose from the borrowers and are able to spread your investment amount out to mitigate your risk. And what we're talking about there is actually going to a website, for example, like I believe it's lendingclub.com,
Yes, yeah.
lendingclub.com. You can go there, set up your account, it's free, and you actually get to see all the people that they've vetted. So the platform vets the folks that are on there looking for money for multiple different reasons, and they'll actually tell you what they're willing to pay back, how they've paid back in the past, what their credit rating is. I mean, it gives you all this information. So again, if you have like say $5,000 or $2,000, right?
Right.
Well, let's say 5,000. What I would do for me is I would take 5 people, spread it out $1,000 a piece.
Right.
Right. Or if you have $2,000, do 4 people at $500 a piece.
Minimize your risk a little.
You're minimizing your risk. You're not making a whole lot of money. 2 things you are doing. 1, you're making some money, and 2, you're helping somebody in need.
Yes.
And which is a great feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Rental properties and crowdfunding. That's my favorite, crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Right. So now on the rental side, a lot of you are probably saying out there right now, I do not want to buy a house, and I don't want to deal with management and diapers and the toilets and everything else. And I agree with you 100%. So, but you could do that.
Yes.
You could go out, take probably 20 or 40 grand, put it down on a house, leverage the rest with the bank, probably pull down at 12. You don't want to be anywhere under 12% cap rate, so you're making at least 12% a year on your money. So that's a possibility.
Not single family though.
No, definitely not a single family.
No.
We've been in real estate investors for 27 or 25 years. We did the single family thing in the beginning. We kind of learned from that. But when we learned from it, what we did is instantly turn around and put some of those up for sale. So we never owned them more than 1 to 3 years.
Again, there you're minimizing your
risk. Yep.
It out.
But what's more important is crowdfunding, and we're going to talk about that maybe next week.
Yeah.
So, and go into more detail about crowdfunding, or you can catch it maybe on our YouTube TV show, where we go in more detail. And we'll have a board up, and we can actually talk about things a little bit easier. But crowdfunding, in short, you go to the crowdfunding platforms. There's Realty Share, there's Fundraise, there's Mogul Realty, there's Patch of Land. There's lots of them out there, and basically what
they vet as well, right?
Yeah, so they vet everybody.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so you don't have to vet. So they vet everybody, and then they put them on the platform. So kind of think of the platform as like the stock market, and you go to your broker and you go onto that page and you have the ability to invest in thousands of stocks, right? So the platform for crowdfunding is basically the same setup, but you're actually seeing all the different types of investments, from condos to senior living to single family homes to apartment complexes. There's even tech crowdfunding platforms out there that you can get involved in if you're a techie guy. So basically what you do
or gal.
Say again? Or gal.
Or gal.
Yep, sorry about that. Didn't know we were going to be politically correct on this show, but that's okay. She's always keeping me in check, folks. So you could go on there, the crowdfunding platforms, and pick out which one you want to invest in, and it'll tell you how much you're getting back, when you're going to get it back, the length. It just goes through everything. And again, if you have $5,000 or $10,000, you want to maybe split that up into 4 to 6 different investments.
And when can they expect to?
Well, it'll say right on the little bio card, it'll say you're going to make 8%, but you're not going to get it till we sell the property, or you're not going to get it for 90 days once we open up the property, or it'll all be written out there. And if you're not quite sure about something, feel free to call us or email us a question, and I'll be happy to set up a quick time and chat with you and just kind of walk you through it if you're interested in doing that. So what else?
I think the great thing about using the platform versus doing it yourself is the income is even more passive.
Correct. Yes. CD ladders?
Yeah, that's another avenue.
I'm not a big fan of CDs, but
but for those people who don't like to take a lot of risk, CDs maybe.
Basically none.
Perfect.
There's no risk.
Yeah, zero risk.
Right. You might only get 1 or 2%. Okay. I know you're all laughing. 2%. He's like, they're like, Sid, where are you getting 2% in a CD? Well,
yeah, I believe it's 0.25 to just over 1% are the average returns from your banks.
Right, but because I do a little bit of research, I have found some banks for you folks that actually, that will do 2.35, 2.3, and 2.5%. Now, these are online banks, so you have to be comfortable with that. It's not
Right.
like you can walk into the brick and mortar shop. Most of your local banks are gonna be around the lower end. And then your online banking, your pure online banking, we use a couple of different banks that are
Yes.
just truly online.
Mhm.
And those guys, they pay a little higher because CD, and they pay a little higher interest rates. Money market fund is a little higher, and some of those are
Synchrony at 2.35%. Barclays is 2.3%, and Ally is 2.5%.
now there could be a catch with those folks, so just pay attention to
Yes.
the fine print. Some of them may have a minimum amount you have to put in.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, so it
Pay
could be
attention,
10,000,
close attention to
20,000,
that.
50,000, so just be careful. And one thing I did catch the other day, and this is a tidbit, folks, alert, a tidbit. So I was driving by one of the local banks, and their little marquee was out there, and it was spinning with their ads on it, and I noticed that it said they would be willing to pay you 2% on a CD for over the next 50 months.
It's a long
50
time.
months. So after I was done laughing, I got thinking about it, and what did I realize is that they know something. And what do they know? They know that those interest rates are gonna go up, so they wanna lock you in now,
Right. Yeah.
right? Because you know, next spring, they're gonna go up.
They're going to
Quarter
go
or
up.
half a
We've-
point, we know that.
Things are
It's
turning
coming.
around.
So they're trying to lock you in ahead of time.
Mhm.
So just a little tidbit, kind of pay attention for that.
Yeah. Well, we're going
Um,
to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about passive income ideas requiring an upfront time investment.
All right.
So we'll be right back, folks. Is Lexi still with us?
Yeah, Lexi's still with
With more than
us.
17 years experience, Chase
Thank
Signature
you,
Homes
we're
delivers
killing it.
high-quality craftsmanship
She
on
is.
your lawn or on theirs. Each member of the team brings a unique
All right, this
set
will be
of
about a
skills,
2-minute
but they
break.
all
When we
have
get
one
back, we'll
common
have
interest,
about
a passion for home
about 12 minutes or
and a
so
commitment
left.
to the
But again,
home
we got a clock there.
With
So.
online client access, you'll love building
All right,
your
we'll
new
do the
home.
same thing we did last time. I mean, you got the clock there, but I'll have some music that'll go about a minute or so before the end of the show, and I'll give you a 1 minute just to remind you, and that'll be 30 seconds. And
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Or check them out on
Guys
the
are doing
web.
good.
Thank you.
ChaseSignatureHomes.com. That's
We're
ChaseSignatureHomes.com.
Everyone has heard the horror stories. Feeling in the dark, being overwhelmed with choices, never really knowing where the financials stand. The he said, she said standoffs. And the fun just getting sucked right out of the building process. And it happens all the time. But it doesn't have
So I
to
hope
be that
everybody's
way.
still out
With
there.
our
We see a
online
few of
system,
you
you'll
online.
actually
coming
enjoy
and
your
going.
building project. You'll
It's
have all
early.
of the details
Well,
at your fingertips.
Quarter after,
wherever
a
you
little
have
after
web
9,
access.
so it's not
You'll
too
have
early,
all
but
of
for
your
a Sunday it could
decisions
be
and
early.
related
Yes.
information displayed
It won't be
clearly
though
in
in
order.
another couple
We'll
of
even
months.
send you
Not
automatic
even.
reminders
I
about
think
what's
it's
coming up
next week. This coming
If you
weekend is
decide to
football season
splurge on a
starts.
few extras,
Yeah.
you'll
So those
always
guys
know
that are
how much
sleeping
you
in this
spent, and you
weekend
can
won't be
securely
sleeping in next
approve those
weekend
things
because they're
right
going to be out
online.
getting their stuff
You'll
ready for the
see your
first football
project
weekend
taking
and
shape as
getting
you
their
track
parties and
major
their hot
milestones
wings and
view the
sauces
progress
and
in the online
beers and all that
portal.
kind of stuff.
So,
So
why do we do all
anyways, I
this?
hope everybody's enjoying the show. We're
It's
having a good
because
time.
we've
Yes.
heard the contractor
You're doing a great
horror
job.
stories
You too.
That's why
Yeah.
we've
Well,
invested
good.
in our
Relax.
online system
Yeah.
to
We,
ensure
oh,
that
we
the
need a
fun
party, she
stays in the
says.
building
Lexi
process,
says we
and
need a
that you're
party.
still raving
Yeah.
about it years down the road.
We
Want
should
to
maybe
learn
have a
more?
baby
Just
shower
ask
if you
us.
could kind of
We'll be
hint that
happy
to
give
somebody
you
down the
first-hand
hall
tour.
maybe.
Call Chase Signature Homes today, 843-839-1006, or online at ChaseSignatureHomes.com.
Oh, she says, and we
We're
need
back
cable.
with more of the NoBull Money Hour on Hot
Where are we
Talk
at?
99.5.
All right, folks, welcome back to the NoBull Money Hour show with your host, Julie, and myself, Sid.
Welcome back, everyone.
All right, so we're going to talk about,
Well, this is for like the tech suave people, some passive income ideas that require upfront time investments. So,
so this leaves me out, but I'll talk about it.
okay.
I'm lucky. I was just telling Dave earlier this morning that I'm one of those guys that, I can surf the web. Turn it on, and that's about it. You want to know anything else, I'm not your guy. So I've surrounded myself with students that can do that for me.
That's right.
Yep. So the first thing we're going to talk about is selling an ebook online.
Yeah, you like to write.
I do. I like to write. I like to read.
You might not be able to promote it online, but you can write it.
Well, I have Lexi for promoting and
Yes.
Bethany for promoting.
Yes.
And they both of them. I mean, Lexi just knocks the ball out of the park with that. You know.
Yeah, she's
So
doing a
and,
really
and
good
Bethany's
job.
catching up. She's trying to catch up.
Yeah, she's learned
But
a
she's
lot.
doing a good job. So to self-publish a book, you'll first need to write it, edit it, create a cover, and then you upload it. Now, when I say all that, don't freak out on me, because there's actually self-publishing apps out there and websites out there that will literally do all that for you.
Yes.
Grammarly, if you don't use that, it's a free source, or you pay $10 a month or whatever,
Mhm.
one of the two, or either or actually.
Just make sure
They
your
kind of correct all your spelling and your
punctuation.
punctuations
Yeah,
are
yeah.
right. Yep. So they'll do a lot of that for you. You go back to usemedium.com that I
Right.
talked about earlier, where you could maybe write a chapter, post it on
Start in
Medium.
your Medium.
Yep, start in your Medium, write it, and
Mhm.
then as you start building it, after
Create
a
a
little
book.
while, you're gonna create a book.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Such you could use Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing.
Mhm.
They're pretty easy. We use I believe Bethany would know better than I do, but I believe we use Pronoun.
Pronoun.
And
yes.
they actually Pronoun, once you're done and it's approved,
Mhm.
they actually will put your book on all of the Amazon,
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, iTunes, all of the I think Kudo I think was one of them that I never recognized before. You could also go ahead.
I was gonna say that's not instant stuff. You know, you got to do some marketing to
Yeah,
get your
you're
books
not gonna
promoted.
you're
and-
not gonna
yeah,
cash in
yeah.
big time right
Yeah.
away, but it'll still work.
Yeah.
It does work. Yep. And you can create a course on Udemy, is what it is. Udemy.
So
And-
UDEMY.
Yep, and it's an online platform that lets its users take video courses on a wide array of subjects. So this is
So
a
kind of like
fantastic.
tutoring.
Yep, kind of. You could tutor. Yep,
Mhm.
could say tutoring. Yep, from your home. This is a fantastic option if you are highly knowledgeable in a specific subject matter. You can also get it. Can also be a great way to turn traditional tutoring into more passive income stream for you.
Mhm.
So you're not having somebody come to your house. Now, so let me give you a quick example. I'm not sure if this would really kind of work or not, but for me, I like guns,
Yeah.
right? So mostly that's because of the military, so don't get
Yeah.
carried away out there, folks. But it's I could take down a, say, Colt 1911 45, and I could walk through with the video and then post it on how to do it, and then post it to Udemy. Now, I'm thinking they probably won't let you do a gun show, so you might have to do something else, but that's just a basic
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
The other thing is selling stock photos.
Yeah, you don't have to be a photographer to do that.
No,
Just-
not with today's smartphones.
No.
You could just floop, floop, and it does it all
Yeah.
for you, you know?
could be out there and catch something pretty amazing.
And now
someone
you're
would love
saying,
it.
well, where can I sell my photos? So one of the
Yes.
websites you can sell your photos on is
IM is how they
it's
say it. IM.
EYEEM.com.
Yes,
And
IM.
basically you do, same thing, it's free.
Yes.
Yep, and I'm not cutting you off on purpose, it's because I'm the one that has the site, so that's why I'm talking
No,
about
no,
it
you're
over
fine.
you.
I don't know
Right.
anything really about the IM.
Can
I
you
just
say
know
that
that you
again?
do it.
I'm just kidding. So you go to
IM.
IM.com,
Yes.
and basically you just upload your pictures, and then what happens is they then put your pictures out there to all these different magazines and newspapers and just everybody and
Yes.
anybody who's looking for stock photos.
Yes.
And you have a possibility of selling your material, and then they pay you for it.
Mhm.
I know I do it. I turned my niece on to it because she loves to do photos, and she's 15 or 16 years old, and she's kicking it on there right now, and she's way better picture taker than I am. So just find what you like to take pictures of and start
Yeah.
taking them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a
And
good way
here's one of my favorites: affiliate marketing. This is really, it's been around a while, but affiliate marketing is partnering with a company, becoming their affiliate to receive a commission on a product. And the three big ones out there are Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You can just go
That's
to
just
their,
a few of them.
that's just a
There's-
few of them.
there's
You can
many.
actually go to their website, scroll down to the bottom, and look for the words affiliate or partnership. Either one of those two words. Click on that button, fill out their stuff, and get all set up. Now, with that, you do have to do some marketing, so on your Facebook page or whatever. But all of the stuff that they have in their stores and the stuff they don't have in their stores is all available for you to sell,
Yes.
and you get paid a commission for doing that.
Yeah,
So
you're just basically promoting their product.
that's it. They're doing everything else for you.
Yes.
It's really a no-brainer for somebody who's got a little tech suave and can get on there and just set that up.
So you can start a personal blog or have a website to promote the product.
Yep. Yep, and you don't have to do that.
No.
I mean, that's if you just want to go full steam at it. I would start with just your Facebook page or maybe Instagram or something like that, and
Right.
just start on there posting it. And I would pick just one of these things, folks, and master it, and then pick up another one if you want to make more money or you're just enjoying what you're doing.
Exactly.
And but just pick one, master it, and then move on from there. Now, we talked about all these different ways of making money, from walking out of your house to sitting in your home, being in a fifth wheel, traveling around the country, house sitting, all different types of things. But what we were really driving at there that we didn't tell you about is all of that kind of breaks down as there's 3 different types of income
Yes.
that you're making. And if you go back and kind of think about what I said and what Julie said, and if you forgot, go back, you can find us on the YouTube page, the Sid Chase Investment Group on YouTube, and it's SYD.
Yes.
But 3 types of incomes. There's either passive income, there's active income, and then there's interest income. Now I'm going to throw one more in there and say semi-active.
Yeah.
Right, for those
Part-time person.
kind of those people that want to stay home and
Serious part-time
maybe do 1 hour a day or something,
Yes.
semi-active. And so passive is really simple. Everybody knows that one. The least amount of work, the more passive it becomes.
Yeah.
Active is you walking out the door with your Scooby-Doo lunch pail and going to work. Semi-active, I already talked about that.
Yeah.
And then interest is just really basically from your dividends,
Your
your money market
CDs
accounts and
yeah.
things like that. That's really what we're looking at with those. So
With the passive, you could be on vacation and making money.
correct, you could, and semi-active you could.
Yes.
If you're doing the affiliate programs,
That's true.
You as long as you got Wi-Fi at the beach or in the mountains or something like that, you could do one of those things also.
That's right.
So that's in the interest on the CDs or the money market fund. We didn't talk about the money market fund because it's a little bit too far down the totem pole. But the CDs, you could be anywhere for that also.
Yeah.
And
Well,
as long as you got a connection.
We need to start wrapping up our show, and we want to thank everybody for joining us again this week. And next week, we're going to share a little bit about how to prepare for retirement.
How to prepare for retirement, and
Yes.
maybe we'll talk about crowdfunding.
Yeah, the crowdfunding
Maybe
platform.
we'll see.
Go
If
into
there's
more
something
detail.
that you guys out there want us to talk about or listen, or you want to listen to learn more about,
Yeah.
email us. Give us a subject. We'll email you back. Have a little chat. Maybe get a little bit more details of what you're trying to definitely want to know about that subject. And as long as it's in our world, we'll be more than happy to discuss it. And we got like a minute I can talk, not quite. I try to read, we got 3 minutes. Okay, well, I try to read 2 to 3 books a month, and I'm not addicted to reading books. I just enjoy reading, and most of the books I read are educational books. I don't read sappy westerns and things like that. So, but one of the books I read this month was Cold Hard Truth on Men, Women, and Money by Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. It's a few years old, maybe 3-4 years old, but it's still very pertinent in today's times.
A lot of good
A lot of great information in it, folks.
Yeah.
Maybe take the time, go to Amazon or somewhere and buy a used one and take a read, or maybe you could find it in a downloadable format, and you could listen to it. But what was really good about that book is it's good for retirees and things like that, but it also talks to your children, talks to young kids getting started. It talks about not buying a car or a brand new one, or maybe not buying your house. He talks about, and some other of us investors, we talk about living where you rent. Rent where you live.
And own what you rent.
There you go. And we'll talk about that a little bit more also. So if you want to get a hold of us again, you can do that at
Sid@sidchase.com, and that's SYD @sidchase.com, or call us at 315-398 3322.
If you want to follow us, again, it's as a group, it's
Mhm.
Facebook page, The Sid Chase Investment Group. YouTube is The Sid Chase Investment Group. If you want to do personal, just follow me or just follow Julie. And we're actually got a bet who has more followers here in a few months. I already know I've lost, but it's only a dinner, so it's not a problem. You can follow Julie at NoBull Real Estate Queen on Instagram, and you can follow myself at NoBull Real Estate King or the Sid Chase Investment Group on Instagram. And until next week, never give up on your dreams.
Be safe and enjoy your week, everyone, and thank you all for joining us.
We greatly appreciate it.
Take care.
Peace out, folks.